Hey everyone, well we're here, we're back, and today we're doing another anti-MLM video, and the MLM we'll be talking about today is Arbonne. Yes, and if you guys remember from one of my other Arbonne reacts, they have shirts that say this. So they are our local fizz dealers. I don't know why I find that so funny. I just do. I just think I had a couple of you point out that that shirt also looks like it may say something else, which is probably why it's even funnier. So they have the fizz sticks. They are our local fizz dealers. They are all about the fizz life. The video we will be watching today is essentially a training video. It is what you need to do once you have either signed up for your Arbonne business or you are thinking about signing up for your Arbonne business and what it entails. We will find out everything we need to know about starting our Arbonne business, starting the Arbonne journey, and becoming a pro fizz dealer. Normally I say this at the end of the video, but I figured I would just sneak it in at the beginning. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you really, really like it, please subscribe, and if you really, really, really like it, hit the notification bell. All of those things really help out my channel, and I would really appreciate it. So thank you guys for doing any of those things, and with all of that said, let's get started.
Hey everyone, this is actually my third attempt at this video, so sorry I just keep having a tickle in my throat, but I got my water, so hopefully third time's a charm. So allow me to introduce myself. My name is I'm actually an independent consultant and area manager with Arbonne International. So I have been doing Arbonne for just over 2 years now, and it's really and truly changed my life. I will get into my why story another time, because today I'm actually logging on to talk to you about how to start an Arbonne business. So whether you're new to my team, another person has invited you to this video, then I welcome you, number one, and I highly suggest that you listen and get everything out of this video that you're hoping to get out, whether it's to teach you about how to start your own Arbonne business or what the activity looks like once you say yes to this incredible life-changing opportunity. So,
she said it, incredible life-changing opportunity. The wonderful trio, incredible life-changing opportunity, what you always hear in every MLM.
I guess I'll just kind of roll right into the punches kind of thing. When I first started 2 years ago, I found myself very overwhelmed. I was constantly worrying about what's in these products, how do I best explain it. Those of you that don't know me, I do come from a fitness background, but I never really knew a lot about makeup. I don't know a lot about skincare at the time. So I was feeling very humbled, if you will. I was feeling very like a fish out of water, and I really wanted to learn everything there was to learn about the business, and that really did actually halt my progression with this company. Back 2 years ago, I had a great launch party, sold a bunch of stuff, but at the end of the day, I just kind of fell off the map because I just got into my own head. So that's the biggest thing that I want to get across is when you start an Arbonne business, get into activity right away. The worst thing that you can do is wait, because then everything else in life comes to the forefront, and we all have very, very busy lives. So Arbonne tends to be the thing that we kind of push to the side. But your reasons for hopping on this call today should be enough to want to get into that activity, because if you're someone that has already said yes to this business, or you're thinking about starting this business, then you really do have a why, and you really do see the bigger picture of how Arbonne can help you get there. So don't wait to start. I'm still learning every day. I learn more about the products. I learn more about the application of makeup. I'm learning constantly how different scenarios can benefit different people.
I understand the whole wanting to just put yourself out there and get started, but wanting to learn about the products and educating yourself on the products that you are selling in your own business, I think is a good thing. Of course, you can, I guess, never have enough knowledge, and people will ask questions that you eventually will not have an answer to. But I think being able to educate people on the products that you are selling is extremely beneficial and looks really good on you as a business owner. So educating yourself before jumping full force and just like screaming from the rooftops that you need this because it's life-changing and wonderful and an opportunity, education is very, very beneficial, and you can educate yourself in any business that you're in. And I think educating yourself before you are telling people to ingest these products or put these products on their face is a smart thing to do.
So the number one thing I would say is don't wait. You want to start sharing this concept with other people and really to dumb it down big time. What we do as Arbonne consultants is we urbanize our homes. So we are taking products that we currently use. We are changing them over to Arbonne by shopping out of our own store at a huge discount, between 35 to 50% off, and better, safer products for our skin, for our health, etc. And then we are authentically sharing that with other people. The bigger picture is everybody washes their hair, most people, and most people wash their face, except for they're not being paid to do that, and they're not being paid to share that concept with other people. So as Arbonne consultants, I love helping people. I love getting better, safer products into their diet.
You know, a lot of people who wash their face and wash their hair, they're not thinking while they're doing it, you know, I wish I was being paid for this. I think they're just doing it because it's good for them to do. But of course, in every MLM, anything that you touch with your hands, you should be compensated for.
Into their daily, health and beauty routine. And that's really what speaks to me about this business, is that you start to see the results and you start to really have people that are authentically recommending these products to other people, and then think, well, hey, why can't I do this as a business? The other thing you want to do is definitely start looking for people that are like yourself. So what is your why? Like, are you joining this business because you want more time with your family? You want to be more present for your children? You want extra income? Maybe you want to travel more. Maybe on the flip side, you are looking for that passive income, where if you put in a ton of work at the beginning, it'll continue to pay you over and over and over again. And this business is not a pyramid scheme. I can also, already hear people in the background being like, oh, it's pyramid scheme. It's not by any stretch of the imagination, and we'll definitely go into that, okay? So,
Oh, I'm looking forward to that part.
how
It's so funny. Like, I couldn't imagine going to a job and you're sitting there and you're either watching a training video or you're, somebody's presenting and talking to you and telling you about the job, and they stop and they go, this job may sound like a scam, and you may hear people call it a scam, but don't worry, it's not a scam. And either I would be like, that was weird that you even need to bring that up. If you're not a scam, you don't have to usually defend yourself about not being a scam. And even for people who may have not even thought that it was a pyramid scheme, now it's in their head. Like, oh, you brought that up. Now I'm thinking about that. Again, when you have to defend yourself about not being a pyramid scheme, not the greatest company to work for. Usually you don't want to work for a company that has a lot of red flags. When you search it up online, usually one of the first things that pops up is this a scam? Is this a pyramid scheme? Those are usually red flags.
you start your business is via your sponsor. You'll go to your sponsor's website, so someone that's directly sent you this video or that's directly presented you to this incredible business, and you sign up from there. You basically, in Canada, it's $59 to start a business. And I always like to compare, like a big brick and mortar business where you're forking out hundreds of thousands of dollars, and it may take you 2, 3, 5, 10 years to start earning an income and a profit, for that matter, in network marketing.
Okay, those are two totally different things. You cannot compare starting a business for $50, $60 to a brick and mortar store. Of course, a brick and mortar store is going to be a lot more money because you have to physically pay for the building. So you have rent and you have electricity and you might have water that you need to pay for. And, you have a lot more that you have to pay for when you have a brick and mortar store. So yeah, that's going to be more money than if you start a different kind of business. And honestly, you can start businesses for less than $50. You can have at-home based businesses that are less than $50 or start at $50 or $60. So yes, if you're going to compare it to a place where you need to spend like, $100,000, more than that, more than likely, yeah, it's going to be a great comparison, but you're not comparing apples to apples. You are literally comparing apples to grapes or bananas or kiwis or Tangelos. They're two totally different business models, business structures, business fronts, business everything.
You start earning tomorrow. So you sign up today as a consultant. We are paid every single Tuesday, which is incredible. But with your $59, you get your starter kit, and you also get your website. So that means that you're live and you're able to start sharing these products immediately. From there, guys, what you want to do is...
Well, I mean, once you open your brick and mortar, you're able to start sharing your products immediately. So it's similar in that way, I guess.
Again, start Arbonizing your home. This, I guess, verbiage might be a little bit foreign to you, but what that does mean is that you're starting to replenish or replace the products that you're currently using from any other typical storefront with your own products out of your own store. I have yet to meet anybody that has been successful in this business.
She's saying turn your house into a brick and mortar. Kind of. I mean, she's saying basically, I guess, anything that can be an Arbonne product, you should be using in your home. And then if you have friends and family that come over and they use an Arbonne product, you have a great talking point. It's great. You're like, oh, hey, I see you just came out of the bathroom. Did you see or did you use? Let me tell you all about it. Oh, that'd be so annoying.
That still uses like a Mac product or a different healthcare product like Popeyes or something of that nature and be successful and get to the top of the company. Because it really, if you don't believe in something and you can't really authentically share it, then how do you expect other people to sort of buy into what you're selling? I will just pause there for a moment because I realize that some of you may not know who I am, but I cannot and will not and refuse to talk about, promote, or sell anything that I don't have a undying passion for. I love Arbonne so much. I've been using the skincare for close to 10 years already, and only recently, like I said, 2 years ago, did I really get the bigger picture. Something just hit for me. I needed extra income, and I was like sitting on the couch wondering, like, how the heck can I make this happen and not have to go back to work for somebody else? Like, I never want to do that ever again. And on the whole, I guess the bigger icing on the cake was I really wanted to find something that I knew could help people. And I'm not just talking about the products. I think many of you already know how life-changing even that 30 Days to Healthy Living challenge can be, but also with this business, it really does force yourself to level up. It forces yourself to get uncomfortable. And when we are uncomfortable, we start to grow and we start to flourish in what we were meant for in life. So that's the best thing that Arbonne has brought out of me. I've been uncomfortable. I don't necessarily love being on camera and talking about this, but you know what? I feel at this point in time in my life, I'm almost doing people a disservice by not sharing how incredible these products are, and as well as the company. So
wow, that's such a, like, wow, collect my thoughts. Because it's just so ridiculous that she is putting it out there that if you don't share the products, that you are doing a disservice to the world, to other people. If they don't know about Arbonne, their life can't change. Their life can't be better and wonderful. And I'm the one doing it. I'm making everyone's life better by sharing an MLM. I get it. You can love the products and whatnot, but you know, your products are not going to change the world. And, you know, hey, if people like the products, they like the products. That's totally fine. But usually when you get them on the product, you're also expecting them to sign up underneath you 9 times out of 10. So it's not like you're just selling the products and you're getting some, you know, commission from it. Or even if you weren't getting commission, you should be happy about that because you're sharing the products with them and that's all that matters. But no, you want them to sign up underneath you and you want to have a larger downline.
Flush the business, all right? Sorry, so rewind. So your sponsor is actually in, I guess, control, or I guess the reason why you're going to be able to get coaching. I will remind you that the coaching is free. The training.
The sponsor is in control, but I thought you were in control of your own business. Huh, that's so weird.
Is free. Unless you're going to, of course, an Arbonne corporate event. But at the same token, there's ways you can earn certain ones for free. So that's kind of like for another video. But
is it having a downline? Is it, you know, selling X amount of product with your team and then you get to go for free?
you know, whatever effort you're putting into your business is exactly what you're going to get out of somebody like me. I find it very hard to give someone 800% or 100% of my energy, my time, my passion, my training, you know, the follow-ups, et cetera, and they're only giving me back, say, 10 or 20%. So I really do encourage you to sort of level up with your energy level of what your sponsor gives to you, because that'll only allow both of you to flourish.
Starting out with, you need to match other people's level. You need to see what they're doing. You need to be doing that as well, if not more. Isn't it? Again, it's your business. You should be able to put in however much you want, do it however you want, but you can't. It's such a weird back and forth. It's your own business, but you have to follow what your sponsor says and you have to put in this amount of work. Let me put in the amount of work that I want. Let me do it the way that I want and not have you telling me if I'm doing a good job or not. Like, that's not your job in my business to tell me. I'm my own boss. So, but I'm not. No, I have to follow what everyone above me is doing, and I have to be constantly reaching out to people and doing it the right way.
And flourish as time goes on. So think about it that way, right? It's almost like if I'm sitting here as your sponsor recommending that you buy, you know, the 30 Days of Healthy Living Challenge, having never done it myself or use the products daily, then really what am I talking about? So it's kind of very similar when we talk about the energy that you provide back to your sponsor with that open communication always being there. I think it's important for me to note right now, I am not doing this as a hobby. I don't believe that. I feel that some people are doing network marketing as a hobby, and that's just not me. I don't know how to do things 20%. I'm either all in or all out. That's just my personality.
And if they want to do it as a hobby, that's totally okay for them. It's just not for you. You just say, I do it full time. Some people do it part-time. Some people do it as a hobby. There are different ways that people want to go about their Arbonne business. But that's the thing, is that they want everyone to go full force, gung-ho, 100%, 150%. The people who do it as a hobby or part-time, those people don't matter to them. They're basically, they don't exist.
Type of character that I've formed over my last 30 some odd years. So I'm here for you no matter what, and I'm only successful when you're successful. And I know that your sponsors will feel the exact same way, which is why they said yes to this business. It's incredible helping men and women create the life that they want to.
That is, I think, one of the first times that I have heard somebody in an MLM say that I'm only successful if you're successful, which is 100% true, because you can be going all day long, reach out to people, but you can only reach certain ranks if people below you are also creating a downline or, selling 2,000 in personal volume or whatever the case may be. But that is so true, because you can't rank up if the people below you aren't doing anything. So you are dependent on their success for you to be successful. So I appreciate her saying that. That's a big one.
Live their dreams, and Arbonne makes all of that so possible. So it's really inspiring that way.
I think it's funny that in every MLM they say, like, you can reach your dreams and you can do this and this and this, as if like other jobs you can't. You can't do that. You can't go on the vacation of your dreams. You can't save and buy a house or a car, whatever it is. Like, another job can't do that. MLMs, though, you're a millionaire.
So number one quality that you have to have in this business is to absolutely 100% be coachable. This was hard for me when I started. I was the typical person where I left, a corporate America job, even though I'm Canadian, and I thought I knew everything in the kitchen sink when it came to selling and, talking to people and communicating, and I couldn't have been more wrong. Only until recently did I actually start picking up books and reading and self-developing did my whole business and my whole life, to boot, change. I can't express to you how important it is to be coachable and how important it is to want to self-develop.
And this is another thing they do in MLM, self-develop. Basically, change everything that you know and everything that you are and become 100% network marketing drone and follow what everyone else has done because it's worked for them, so it's going to work for you. No, that It just isn't. Reading 3 books on network marketing and self-development is not going to make it to where 100 people are going to say yes when you ask them to join underneath you. It's all by chance, it's all by luck, and yeah, some people are better at it than others because they are just better at sales than others, and maybe they have more family and they have more friends. Rude. And so they have that on their side, but reading books is just a way for them to be like, just think positively, and did you do your self-development, and you have to change yourself on the inside and your mindset and everything in this job. Like, it's such a weird thing that you're going into this and being like, cool, I can be my own boss and I can set my own hours, but now I have to change who I am entirely as a person and be reading self-development books because they'll be recommending that to you and be like, well, did you do your personal development today? Like, no, I didn't get a chance to do it. It's like, well, then that's why you're failing, because you didn't read your personal development book. What?
Should want to pick up a book and read about people that are successful in one way or another. And it doesn't have to be in network marketing. I'm talking about stuff like the compound effect.
I mean, reading books about other people who are successful can trigger some things in your mind to, maybe want to change. Like, oh, okay, maybe if I start doing this, I'll be happier, I'll see a little more success. But everybody's situation is different. The people who are writing these books more than likely came from money and they were lucky with some things, and then they think that writing a book will change everybody's mindset and everyone will be able to follow exactly what they did. That's not true. That's not at all true, because if that was the case, everyone would be doing it. You can learn how to do a hobby on YouTube, and it might take you a year to learn how to do it. It could take someone 3 months to learn how to do it. It all depends on that person's mindset, how busy they are, what they're doing, and also their surroundings, their financial experience, their financial situation. If you want to go and start your own business, you do need some money to be able to do that, and you also need to have the resources to be able to do that. And if you don't have those resources as available as like someone who maybe lives in the same state as where most of those resources are produced, they're going to have a much easier time than you are. It all depends. Everybody's different. That's why reading a book is not going to make you a billionaire. It just isn't. It's not possible. You have to go with what is available to you, what is realistic. Also, that's another thing. Like, not everything that you want to achieve can be realistic, and that's why they make all these huge promises in MLMs that aren't realistic for everybody or most people, or I mean, I guess for some people, but for most people, it's not realistic.
Another really good book that I have read that I would recommend to you is either Beach Money or GoPro. These are both associated with network marketing and how to get your feet wet and really just go after what this business allows you to do. It's so many opportunities are at the touch of your fingers. So those 2 books I highly recommend. In addition, like step 2, other than being coachable and of course reading these couple of books when you first start, is kind of imperative to how quickly you can launch yourself into becoming a professional in Arbonne. So number 2 would be, of course, to start using the products. So one thing I want to make very clear is that we don't require you to hold any inventory. I know you might see the back desk there, but I'm actually hosting an open house tonight. This is just stuff that I've been able to get into my life over the last 2.5 years. I use pretty much every single one of those products over there. And I've earned a lot of them for next to nothing because I do sell Arbonne, but I also really believe in the products. So going back again to, if you're using, say, another face wash from Shoppers Drug Mart, you're not going to be able to sell what Arbonne is offering. So it's really getting something into your life that you're going to use and then being able to authentically recommend that to other people. So I always, always, always recommend the 30 Days to Healthy Living Challenge, because this way you're able to start posting about your own personal experience with this 30 Days to Healthy Living Challenge.
Why don't we go see how much that is? So she's telling people that if you are starting out with Arbonne, the number one thing you should buy on the site is the 30 Days to Healthy Living. Let's go see how much that is. $500. $500. Now, of course, after you sign up, I know you do get a discount. But either way, I mean, what'd you say? It was like 30%, 40%, so it's still like over $300. But just at that set price, $500. You're wanting people to spend $500. What do you get? What do we get? What's included? Gut health, digestion, detox tea, protein shakes, 2 flavors, or maybe you pick one, I'm not sure. Oh, the fizz sticks. You gotta have the fizz sticks, which I think the fizz sticks are supposed to like replace your coffee, so you put them in water and they have like some caffeine in them, so they're like a healthier caffeine alternative, but I heard they don't have as much like caffeine in them, so people don't really feel anything. That's just what I've heard. Gentle cleanse, prebiotic fiber, superfood greens, and pamphlets. That's really not that much for the price. And a lot of this stuff you can find for so much cheaper. You can find alternatives that probably have the same ingredients or similar ingredients and do the same thing. But I guess a lot of people do need, I guess having everything in one box is always helpful and it's a start, but you can find all of these things at other places for much cheaper. And for them to be telling you to spend this much, and this isn't even included with your $50, $60 starter kit. I would understand if that this was included, like if they included it as well, if you said like, oh, I want to also, like, it was like a box that you checked off and said, I want to use, I want to start my own Arbonne business, and they include that in the price. But no, it's $50 on top of this. So, oh my God, you're expecting people to pay so much money for these products. These products are so expensive. What are your skincare things? Skincare set. Look at that, $385, $125, $155, and I get it, with the Arbonne discount you save some money, but you had to pay $50 to be able to save money. You can find so many of these same products, again, that probably have very similar ingredients elsewhere. MLM products are always so expensive, and they make it seem like, you're paying this price because they're premium, wonderful, life-changing products because they want you to believe that. I haven't done too much research into if their products are great or not, so I'm not going to say anything. For me personally, think they're really pricey, and I personally would not pay that price for this stuff. And I get it, if you take your health and your skin seriously, you're going to pay up for it. Yeah, but not these prices.
The program works. It teaches you how to learn what's inside of our protein powder, what's inside of our Digestion Plus, and really at that point, people start to notice that you're, say drinking a fizz stick, or that you're starting to lose weight and that you're feeling better. And it's really hard for people to not want to share that. I think that's kind of like the icing on the cake. We do network marketing every single day of our lives. I'm doing it right now by wearing a shirt. It has a logo on it. I'm not going to show you, but at the same time, if someone likes my shirt.
She's like, I'm not going to show it to you because I'm not being compensated for it. This is another thing that they do, and they've all kind of hopped on this bandwagon of, we're selling every day. You post on social media things you like, you're not getting compensated for it. The things we post, we're getting paid to post the products that we love. Not everybody wants to make money off of products that they love. I have these up. Yeah, I guess I'm doing network marketing by having these up. I've had a couple of you ask where they're from, and I've told you where they're from. They're from a brand called Tomy. I think that's right. Yeah, Tomy. And I originally got Leafeon at GameStop. The rest I have found on eBay because I think they don't make them anymore, at least these specific ones, but I found mine off eBay. Oh my goodness, I'm not getting compensated for it. What will I ever do? I want to share things that I like with you guys. People like sharing other things that they enjoy with other people so they can talk about it, so that brand continues to grow and thrive because they want to continue buying those products. You know, the more successful a brand is, the more likely they're going to stick around because people like it. So the more people like a certain brand, the longer it'll stick around. I mean, we see that with MLMs. But not everybody is so bothered that when they post a picture of their coffee, they're not getting compensated for it. It's okay. Most people aren't thinking about that. They're not thinking when they wash their face like, I'm not getting compensated for this. No, they don't care. They're like, good, this is doing what I wanted to do for my skin. I need this. It's just such a silly thing, I think, and something they always say, like, we do network marketing all the time. Yes, we do, but not everybody is, you know, expecting to get compensation for it, and they don't really care. They want to share things that they like because they want to talk about with other people and share things positively with other people. If you like it, here, this is where I got it. You know, I've used the example before of my purse. I get a lot of compliments on it out in public, and I don't say like, oh, I would tell you, but see, I'm not getting compensated for it, so I'm not going to tell you. But that's why they wear, you know, the Arbonne things, and they tell people about it because they have to. It's how they get compensated for it because it's also their job.
They are going to ask me where I got it from. Am I being paid for that? No. It's very different in Arbonne. If they see you drinking a fizz or they notice that your skin is very clear and you are authentically recommending and telling them, listen, it's Arbonne, they're going to buy it from you because they can see and feel that it's working for you. So if you're Arbonizing your home and you're not like in needs of replacing, say, anything right away, I highly recommend that you get the Arbonne Special Value Pack, which is the 30 Days to Healthy Living Challenge, because it will change your life. It's easy to recommend.
And it's $300, and that's asking a lot of people, like a lot from people. That's a lot of money. I mean, I guess it's still not as much as like LuLaRoe starter kits. It's $500. Still not that much, but you're asking people a lot. I know. Did I say $300? I mean, clearly it's like $500, but with the discount, $300. I'll give them that.
Not only that, you're going to see tons and tons of benefits from your own health just by doing this incredible challenge. Okay. So after you sign up for the $59 in Canada and you get your website, you've already purchased your Arbonne Special Value Pack for your 30 Days to Healthy Living challenge. You're also getting, by the way, 50% off of that package as a consultant, which is
okay, 50% off. So it's like $250. That's still asking a lot from people.
Incredible. You want to actually find what your why is. When I say this, it means like, why are you starting this business? What is driving you to even take a look at this video? Is it more money? Is it because you want to travel more? Is it because you really do want to help people? Like, what is it that's driving you to be here on this video today? And then don't lose sight of that. I'm going to recommend this again at the end, but you do really want to make like a 60-second why. It doesn't have to be a video. It can be, which is obviously way more effective than just doing like a voice memo or writing it down, because then you can share that basically quickly with anyone that's asking you why you started with Arbonne.
This is also another weird concept to me that they do in all MLMs is like, why did you do this? Why did you start this? And I think like, let's take an hourly job, for example. They sometimes will ask you, like, why do you want to work here? And I personally have been like, because I need to pay my bills. I need money. And they like that as an answer because they're like, okay, cool, you're going to take this job seriously. You're not doing it just, because your parents are telling you to or something like that. But it's like, because I want money. I need money. I need to pay my bills. I need to be able to live and eat. I need this job to live. So that's usually everybody's kind of go-to of why they want to start a certain job. Or, if you do a corporate job, you went to school for 4 years and now you're going into either a dream job or a job that, fits in with your degree. If they would ask you, why do you want to work here? You're like, well, I didn't go to school for 4 years for funsies. I did this so that I can work here. And they're like, okay, that's good. It's not like, well, let me tell you all about my life and my struggle. See, I started from here, and this job would really change me and my kids. And they'd be like, okay, like, that's good. I'm glad to hear that, and being personable is good. But deep diving into the why, they're like, we just need someone to fill the position. You're qualified. That's all we need. We don't need to know about your husband and your kids and your mom and your dog. It all sounds great, but we don't need to hear that. But in an MLM, you need to have a why. It needs to be deep too, because if it's not deep enough, then it doesn't equate to you're not working hard enough. You can't just say, oh, I just want some extra money. It's like, well, then why do you want extra money? What do you need that for? Is it for your family? What would they benefit from that? Hold on to that. And you're like, well, it could really help us with some bills. Oh, so you're in a financial situation. Hold on to that and remember that. And it's really creepy how aggressive they kind of get with that stuff, because they want you to dig deep and then use it against you later on when you're like, I'm not getting the I'm not seeing the benefits that you promised me. I'm not seeing the money that I was promised. And they're like, well, remember your why. Just keep working. Your why will hold you, strong. And it's so weird.
Your 60-second why story could be anything like I'll tell you mine in 60 seconds. I was sick and tired of seeing my husband walking up the stairs, bumped and bruised and cut from our home renovation business. It's so much physical wear and tear, and for really not a lot of money. We're selling our time for money. We're not selling any products. It doesn't create financial freedom for us. I want to travel way more. There's so much more in life that I want to do than just home renovations. I love coaching and training people how to achieve their dreams. It just speaks to my heart so much. And Arbonne gives me that vehicle. It was like a light bulb moment. I was sitting on the couch and I just said, like, I want to create a product that I know can help people. Let's bring it to market. Let's do the research. I can sell it if I believe in it. And then I'm like, what the heck am I doing? I'm already an Arbonne consultant. This was, 9 months ago now. And within that 9-month period, I promoted to level 2 out of 4 of the management because my why clicked in. So whatever your why looks like, get it right.
Wouldn't you want to create a product from the ground up that you knew, instead of just being like, well, there's a company out there that already did all the hard work for me. Well, did the product work for me, and all I have to do is sell it? That's great. And yeah, of course, creating a product from the ground up is a lot harder in general, but it's so much more rewarding, at least in my opinion, than, selling a product for a different company. If you want to be in sales and that's what you want to do, great. But it's not your company. You didn't create these products. You didn't name these products. You didn't come up with the prices. You're just selling them.
Down, do it on video, or at least get it on a voice message so you're able to, refer to that and really feel what that why looks like, okay? Number 3 step, so you want to make a list of 100 people. And I think I have a lot of people rolling their eyes, et cetera, but listen, if you start an Arbonne business and you are not willing to share this business with other people, then at the end of the day, you're just a product user. You have to start telling people that you are doing this business in order for them to take a look at what you're doing. There's an acronym. I learned this from a lady from Arbonne because, again, I'm coachable and I'm trying to learn. But the acronym is FRANK. So what the
we learned about Frank. Frank is family, acquaintances. Oh wait, I skipped the R. Family. Oh no, friends, relationships, acquaintances, neighbors, and was it kids? I think it was kids. Yeah, I think that's what Frank stood for. Friends, relatives. Why can't I think of how Frank is spelled? Acquaintances, neighbors, and kids. Frank.
Stands for our friends. What the R stands for, our relatives. The A is acquaintances or / colleagues. The N is your neighbors, and the K stands for kids. So I'm thinking about them, and I'm thinking about their network, and if they're involved in a hockey camp or something of that nature, then that way I know that I have something to offer all of those parents, if that makes any sense. But the 100 list, what you're going to do is you're going to actually...
That's crazy. Even if I used Frank to my benefit, I could not come up with 100 people. I know so many of you have said, I could not come up with 100 people. I think that's a pretty common thing, that a lot of us cannot come up with 100 people, but in an MLM, they're like, yes, you can.
Take two different categories. You're going to take business and product user. So you're going to kind of group people in either one of those columns. If you feel like, say, your Aunt Susan uses skincare, you already know that she washes her face, she washes her hair. So you probably, maybe she's not in a position in life to want to start a business. So you might put her on a product user. One thing I do want to just point out before I go any further is you don't want to ever assume that people...
I had a feeling that's where that was going to go. You never want to assume that someone doesn't want to start a business. Everyone is susceptible to an MLM. Everyone is wanting a life-changing, wonderful opportunity. So let them have it. Let them decide if they don't want it. It's not up to you to decide if they want it or not.
People don't want to take a look at this business. You never know what people are going through. You never know, excuse me, what the answer is until you ask. And my thing that I stand behind constantly daily is that the worst thing that can happen is that they say no thank you, and then they become a product user, or maybe they move on and they'll come back full circle with you in the future. So don't be afraid to ask.
That's not usually the worst thing that could happen. You could literally lose a friendship. You could lose, connection with your family because they're so over how obsessed you've become with it. And we've seen before that just because they say no thank you right now doesn't mean they might not say it in the future. So you might keep reminding them and asking them, and then they just become so annoyed with you that they block you.
Because I feel that people really can get behind someone that's driven to be successful, driven to get everything they ever wanted out of life, driven to be healthier, driven to own their own business, make more money, and be really happy with your life. Like it's an attractive thing to want to pair yourself with people of that nature. So if you can exude that from your own personal why, I highly, highly recommend it. I think that's it for now, guys. Thanks so much for logging on today. And if you have any questions, I'm here to help you. And if someone has sent you this video, thanks for tuning in. Highly recommend to keep in touch, and I hope you're having a really good day, guys. Thanks so much.
Bye, Arbonne lady. You know what? I'm really upset. She didn't go into why this is not a pyramid scheme. But if I were to guess, she'd probably say, because we have products and pyramid schemes are illegal. We wouldn't be open if it wasn't, illegal, or if this really was a pyramid scheme. Plenty of other MLMs have been called out for being pyramid schemes. LuLaRoe recently in Washington has been called out for being a pyramid scheme. So it's just a matter of time, and it's just a matter of people getting together saying, I've been screwed over by this many times by this company. They focus mainly on recruitment. They're a pyramid scheme. I've had people who are in MLMs, I get wanting to defend your MLM and say, well, if you think that this is a pyramid scheme, then Target is a pyramid scheme. No, because Target pays their employees a base rate. When you get into an MLM, you are not promised money. You have to pay to be an employee of that company. At a place like Target, you don't have to do that. Are most companies, their business structure is shaped like a pyramid? Yeah, of course. The money flows up. There's less people as the ranks go up. Yes, but every company may be shaped like a pyramid, but not every company is a pyramid scheme. Alright guys, that's going to be the end of this video. Like I said at the beginning, if you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you really, really liked it, please subscribe. Let's talk all things Arbonne in the comments below. And until my next video, I will see you guys then. Bye!